Welcome to my podcast. So I've actually wanted to do this for a while now, for about 5 years since the COVID pandemic started. And I always thought that I needed somebody else to do it with. So for a while, I literally filmed episodes with my dad downstairs in our little office room, and I never aired them, so maybe after this video I can post some of those recordings because it was kind of cool talking to my dad. But anyways, now I'm in my self-sufficient era. It's actually Valentine's Day, so it's February 14th, 2025, and obviously I'm single by choice. There's no other way I'd want to spend my Valentine's Day than at home in my pajamas. So I actually have no clear vision for this podcast, which is concerning if you're listening for it, and actually want it to be something. But for now, it's just a little fun hobby that I get to do. I get to play with my microphone, which is super fun, super cute. But yeah, so I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from self-help, mental health podcasts. One podcast that I really love is The Squeeze with Taylor Lautner, both of them. And they just have a bunch of guests on every week, and they start off with a segment every week, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't have a name for it yet, but basically every single week I'll be answering the same 4 questions. They're pretty basic questions, but it's just to kind of that's one of my flaws, is that I sometimes stutter. It's a new thing. I think I'm just nervous. Even though I'm in my room by myself and there's literally nobody here, I still get nervous. I have anxiety, you guys. So if you're listening to this, that's what that was. But basically, I'm going to be answering the same 4 questions every week, but the answers will obviously vary because they're pretty broad, general questions. Anyways, so the first question, also leave a comment for what the segment should be called, because I have a couple ideas, but I'm too embarrassed to say them yet. And I also don't even have a name for this podcast, which that's a whole other thing. It'll be up in a week when I post this. But the first question is, what am I proud of for this week? What am I proud of myself for this week? So this week, I would say that I'm proud. I didn't really do too much. I'm proud that I went to school every single day. I went to school 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm in 5 classes, and I showed up, I showed up. I showed up every single day this week, which is actually really hard. If you're a college student, and let alone a commuter, it's really hard to get out of bed in the morning sometimes. So I showed up, I got my work done, not all of it, but I did show up, which is half of the battle. Okay, my favorite activity I did this week. Probably my friend, shout out, got me a little chocolate, Dubai chocolate square, and I went to go pick it up from her house, and I tried this chocolate, and it was honestly such a small little activity, such a small little act, but it meant so much to me, and it was just really fun, trying chocolate. Who doesn't love that? But yeah, that was my favorite thing I did this week, because I really did nothing. I absolutely did nothing, which is bad. It's either that or homework, and obviously I'm going to choose chocolate. So what did I learn this week? This week, I learned that there's power in taking time to yourself. I think I've been spending so much time alone lately because I'm at school, and at a school that I don't really know too many people at, so I do a lot of things on my own. I eat lunch alone, which sounds sad, but it's actually really peaceful. I eat lunch alone. I go drive to and from school by myself. If I want to go to the store, I go to the store by myself on that side of town. So I found it very empowering, and that's what I learned this week, because I used to think it was the opposite. I used to dread it, and now I absolutely love it. So what's one quote from this week that you can share? Give me a second, because I didn't prepare that one yet. So let me scroll on Pinterest for a couple minutes. Okay, so I just have Pinterest pulled up really quick, and the most recent quote that I saved that just like defines me is just say LOL and move on. Because that's exactly what I do. That's how I cope with problems. I just laugh and it goes away. So that's literally, if you ever are like in need of some alleviation from a problem, just LOL and it's gone. So this is my introductory episode, which basically I'm going to tell you guys about myself, and that way you'll fall in love with me and listen to this podcast every week, obviously. So what I'd like to start off with is my age. I'm 20. I don't know how old I look because yesterday I was at work and one of my coworkers was like, so how old are you? And I was like, I'm 20. And she was like, oh my God. And I didn't know how to I was offended because she was like, I thought you were like 26. And I was like, I'm not. I don't think I look 26. Like, to be honest, I do not think I look 26. And I also feel like 15 years old, so maybe that's why. But I guess I do, like, my face looks more mature. I do like my slick back, so I guess, like, presentation-wise, I maybe present myself to be a little bit older, but I'm actually not. So I am in college now for the first time. I went to community college for the first 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. The first year I went full-time as a nursing major. The second year I didn't enroll full-time. I took like one class each semester, so I took a total of 2 classes within 2 semesters, which is basically nothing. I basically took a year off. And then that year off was very productive. I'm going to do a separate episode on what I did in that year. Because it was productive and not productive at the same time. But I took a year off because I wanted to reevaluate what I wanted to do as a profession. It's in my mind, it's just crazy that they expect a 17, 18-year-old to come out of high school completely knowing exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life. Like, this one decision is going to dictate what you do for the next, like, 40 years. So I don't understand that method of society, but whatever. So yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I took a year off. I gathered myself. I worked out a lot. I was on it, okay? I was on it. And now I'm here. I'm fully enrolled in school as a psychology major, so hopefully in the future I will become a therapist is what I want to do. Yeah, I'm really excited about that because I love mental health. I love talking about mental health. I struggled with mental health, so I feel like I'm the best candidate to be like a leader for the next generation and helping them out. So yeah, I'm a commuter too, which is also kind of a letdown because I'm in college for the first time, but I also feel like I will never get the college experience because I don't live in a dorm. And commuting is takes up 2 hours in my day, so I can't really linger at school for too long because I want to come home or I have work, all that stuff. And also I get to come home to my pretty cute room. My room is kind of nice, so I would say I'm missing out, but I'm also not missing out at all. This one is gonna be real. I don't have many hobbies. I'm looking into more hobbies. I just don't know what to do. I've also been incredibly lazy physically, so I don't work out that much. I don't have, I used to play tennis, softball, and I would never, ever, ever go anywhere near those sports ever again. Horrible for my mental health. So yeah, I'm steering super far away from sports, but I do want to pick up a physical hobby besides walking because I love long walks. Long walks are the best thing ever. That's definitely my biggest hobby. Aside from that, I love doing my silly little YouTube videos. I haven't had that much time to be super active on my YouTube channel, but I do love the process of editing, talking to a camera, doing my makeup and getting ready for videos. It's just so fun to me. I've been getting into scrapbooking lately, which is super fun. I actually have my scrapbook somewhere here, and I have all these pictures printed out. I also don't do many things where I need to take pictures, so that's like kind of contradicts the whole scrapbooking, like, you know, scrapbooking, like, pursuit that I have, I guess. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, I do love scrapbooking. I love going to, like, TJ Maxx and Target, and I've been spending too much money there because there's a Target, a really good Target right by my school. So in between breaks, I always go there, and I always get myself in trouble. It's fine because I'm not going to be in college forever, so I guess I can spend like $50 at Target every now and then. Journaling is so fun for me. I always journal. I always try to, at least. I have like a whole box of my journals throughout my years as a kid, like growing up, which is super special to me looking back. It's so weird to like look back and see like crushes or like that stuff, just to like time travel. I feel like it's on paper, it's who I am 10 years ago, which is really special to me, and I hope to share that with my kids or whoever takes care of me in the future. I hope to share that with them. Let's see. I work 2 jobs, so I'm super hardworking. But also I literally have nothing better to do, and it's like a social environment for me, so I do love that about my jobs. It's also in retail, so I love the discount, dressing up, and honestly, they're just great environments to put myself in. They're super positive. I'm around super great people all day, so it definitely doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt the fact that that's like what I enjoy most about work. It's definitely one of the benefits, one of the perks. I'm discovering religion for the first time is another big like thing in my life that I wanted to share with you guys, because my religion is like a definition of who I am now. I had this one really religious experience that I want to make a whole video about, because it changed my life and it changed my perspective on the world and on God. And so with that experience, it like touched my heart, and it still makes me emotional, and I get very overwhelmed with love and with gratitude, which is the best feeling in the world. I feel God's presence in my life every single day, which I didn't used to before. I used to ask God, like, why are you doing this to me? And now I ask God, like, why did you do this to me? Like, I feel so special for the things that he's given me in my life, and the opportunities and the people and the animals. Like, I feel very overwhelmed with gratitude is what I say. And I'm just like honored to live the life that I have, to have the parents that I have. And I'm so privileged, and I definitely never acknowledged that until recently. And it was all because of my growing faith, which I'm very, very grateful for. I do have a pretty great family is what I have here in my notes. I have a really great family. My mom and dad are pretty cool people. I would never say that to their faces, but if they ever watch this, I love you guys. We used to not always get along, but now that I'm growing up, things have really changed. And it's just special to have like 2 people in your corner. And also they're a great representation of like love, which sounds very cheesy, but it's what I hope to like mirror in the future. That's another big goal. It's getting married. I've been single my whole life, which doesn't really bother me, because if I wanted to have a boyfriend, I would, but I don't. And that makes me sad sometimes, because I'm like, maybe you should just go for it. But honestly, at the place where I'm at right now in my life, I'm super content without having one. I'm super happy being like alone, which loneliness is the best thing ever. Maybe it's just like my personality, but I don't need anybody.